Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Saturday the 2nd of March 2019. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Thank you for joining me. I'm using the Mystical Tarot for today's reading. Let's have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of today. I'm going to give the cards a bit of a shuffle, and while I shuffle the cards, I ask them what Saturday the 2nd of March is all about, what energy you'll be working with, and how to make the most of it. So these readings are for all signs of the zodiac. They're for everyone who watches. So if you like them, please share them online. That would be great. So let's see what the cards have to say. We have the Chariot. It's a good sign. The Fool, and the Knight of Cups. Interesting. All right. So the Chariot is a man who is under this canopy of stars. He has decided that he is going out on a mission. He's willed something. He's protected himself with armor. And this desire is so strong, it's beyond his circumstances. This is just something that he has to do. Fears in the background. Yes, he may be afraid, but it's irrelevant because he needs to do this. This is something that he absolutely has to do. And he's under this beautiful canopy of the stars. So he is a servant of the universe. He feels divinely guided and ordained to take this journey. And the Chariot is victory, triumph, and success. And he's doing this for other people. Cancer is about nurturing others. So he's listening to his guidance. He's taking a risk by going out alone on his chariot. Let's say this is 1611 Hungary and there's a war raging, and he's just galloping along alone. He could be robbed, he could be attacked, but he's doing this because he cares about one of his relatives and he has to go there, and he's going to be successful and victorious in achieving that. So he's set a goal, he's willed it, and he's going to achieve it. So that's a good sign. If you have something in mind that you want to achieve and that you've had in mind for a while, today is the day to go and achieve that because the Chariot is on your side. Next, we have the Fool. And the Fool is beautiful in this deck. We have this floppy little man with this ornate headdress and this beautiful flower and his little provisions, a blue cape, and his dog pulling at one of these jester balls that he's wearing. I love these two owls in the trees. Do you see those? I love them. There are always people like this in the background. I remember I was driving and there was snow and I was skidding down this hill and I had lost control of my vehicle. And on either side of the street, there were vehicles parked. And I had lost control of the car. So I was just steering it, trying to get it to stop. And I thought I was going to hit one of the cars because they were parked on either side of the road. And through some miracle, I steered it and I kind of skidded my way to the end and I stopped at the intersection. It was a miracle. But one of the taxi drivers sitting there was filming me. So there are always people like that around. Here we've got banana peels. So this poor fool, I mean, even if he's not looking up at the sky at this orchid and is gonna fall, he's gonna slip on this banana peel and just fall off the edge. So he's doomed to take a tumble. We've got Uranus here. Uranus is chaos, the unexpected and the miraculous, the eccentric. The Fool is the conception of an idea. And the Fool is an example of, I can do it, but should I do it really? Because he's got this really naive concept of the world. He's packed supplies for what, a day or two? And he thinks he's gonna be put up somewhere else and people are gonna take him in. But what's gonna happen is that he's gonna fall off this cliff and he's gonna fall into the abyss, and his body is gonna crack on the stones like an egg, and he's just gonna be dead. So there's not much hope there. It's having an idea form, but then doing something with it before you just rush off and go and do something. You've got to give an idea some sort of structure before you do something with it. Don't just take an idea and throw yourself out of a plane with it, you know, thinking it'll be your parachute. You've got to have a plan for life. You can't just rely on the kindness of strangers, as a streetcar named Desire, the woman in that, would say. You've got to give some structure to your life and to the way you do things. Otherwise, things are going to go belly up. So it's kind of the opposite of this. The Chariot, he's got a specific goal. He knows what the dangers are. He's educated. He could be robbed. He's worn armor. He's prepared for the journey. He's got these horses and he's going to make this journey. The Fool is doing it for himself and he has no idea what he's doing, really. He's just thinking, oh, life is going to be great and I'm going to be treated wonderfully. My parents told me I'm so special and now I'm going to go out into the world and everyone else is going to see how special I am. And we've all experienced that. We've gone out into the world and suddenly we're not so special. The world does not care. You have to prove yourself if you want to stand out. Finally, we've got a very posery kind of Knight of Cups. We've got these horse heads on his shoes. We've got his round little buttocks standing out there. He's got a fish shield. Very decorative. He's got a cup. Not only is this cup a present, but he's also got a seahorse in it. So it's an extreme demonstration of his love and his emotion. And he's got a very serious face on him, so he really means it. The Knights are always extreme. So either emotionally he's totally absent, or he is in overkill mode. He's giving too much. So the Knight of Cups needs to learn how to manage his emotions properly. What this means today really is that focus on doing things for other people. That's going to be your biggest success. If you try and do things for yourself, or you try and get people to see how fabulous and glorious you are, you're going to take a bit of a tumble. No one's really interested in applauding you today or mollycoddling you. or saying, yeah, yes, you are special. We do love you, you know. Like that kind of, please feel sorry for me. Please build up my ego because I feel so sad and no one cares about me. If you're playing that game today, no one's going to really be interested and you're going to be by yourself. And finally, if you're romantically interested in someone, don't put on this big parade and stick your buttocks out dramatically. Just calm down a little bit and just approach the person who you care for and say hello and do you need help with anything? Instead of, again, making yourself the center of attention and making yourself the spectacle. And I think that's the gist of today. If you make yourself the spectacle, him with his adornment and all his useless accessories which are gonna make him take a tumble, and this man who is just who thinks he has to present himself in a very dramatic way to be noticed and loved, you're not going to do very well. If you set a goal and you set the goal of let's spend time with other people, or let's nurture other people, let's take care of other people, let's have fun with others, let's connect with other people, let's make this a day of unity or connection with spirit or creativity or music or fun. Ideally with other people rather than by yourself. If it's by yourself and you want to create something, if you want to be, you know, if you want to write some music, or if you want to paint, or if you want to work intuitively or psychically with other people, that's the kind of thing that's going to make you succeed today. Not where you're in the center as just this ornament. It's like, look at me, love me, adore me. It's where you're actually being useful. You know, Uncle Mephistopheles is coming in, and I bet he's got a couple of gifts there in the back. So he arrives at the family house, he gives out gifts to the little kids, and then he plays a game with them. And because he's an astrologer, then he does intuitive astrology readings for the whole community, and he finishes by playing an hour's worth of beautiful piano, and he entertains everybody for the day, and then he goes back home. That's the kind of behavior that's going to allow you to have a fabulous, wonderful day. But if you put yourself in the center and you say, adore me, love me, for absolutely no reason whatsoever, you're not giving anything. You just want to be adored and applauded for being you, then you're going to be waiting a while. And you're just going to make a fool of yourself, really. So try and be useful. And make yourself useful to have a good day. 7 and 0 is 7 and 1 is 8. 8 is strength. So you do have the strength to really take care of others and to do things today that others can't for themselves. So you're really a wonderful breath of fresh air for other people who may be struggling. Maybe pick up the phone and say, hey, how's it going? You know, simple as that. Some people look at their phones and they're just like, wow, you never ever ring. I've heard that from so many people. They just look at their phones and it's like, no one ever calls. And my answer to that is, well, who do you call? Do you ever reach out to anyone else? Are you here? Do you expect people to just call you? Or do you ever do anything for other people. So have a wonderful day. Make the most of it. You do have the power to shape the day to be the way you want it to be. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. I use tarot, astrology, and numerology in my personal readings. The astrology chart I draw up by using your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. Once I have the chart drawn up, I can see everything about you, what your vocational aptitudes are, what your life purpose is, where the best place is for you to live, if you're moving in future, what's destined for you in love and romance, in career and finance, health, personal and spiritual development, friendships, lovers, what's coming up in each one of those areas, and I can answer any questions you may have. So if you're interested in a reading, then please get in touch via the website gregoryscott.com. Please remember to hit the subscribe button if you'd like to be notified of new videos coming out, like these daily tarot readings and weekly horoscopes that are for all signs of the zodiac, and then the monthlies and the yearlies, which are for each sign of the zodiac. So have a look at those if you haven't already. Also share the videos online if you like them. That'd be super great, and I will speak to you tomorrow.